Good afternoon to everyone. Deborah will be back with another video from the back roads. Thanks a lot for being here today. It is 2:21 in the p.m. here in the heartland of Kansas. And I appreciate everyone that stops by today. And if you're a subscriber, I thank you very much. I thought I'd share with you today a day trip that I took to Abilene, Kansas to see the Seeley Mansion. If you're ever cruising here in Kansas and you're going down I-70, take the Abilene exit. Go through all the fast food restaurants and the grocery stores and all the gas stations. And once you see the Sonic to the left on the corner there, just go down about 2 blocks and you're going to see that second block is an entire house. Because the Seeleys purchased an entire block in Abilene, Kansas back in the late 1800s, right before they didn't purchase the home. They purchased the block to build this mansion that exists to this day. They went to the World's Fair in 1904 and they met with architects, like big names. Wright came into their home and redid a bunch of frescoes and stenciled the ceilings. I can't remember what the name is. Frank Lloyd Webber? I don't remember. You know who I'm talking about. Kind of that angular, natural architecture and stuff like that. He came in and told Mrs. Seeley that she needed to take all the hand-painted frescoes, off and put up this really cool wallpaper and stencil the ceilings and all this other stuff. She believed him. One of the main things in the home, it actually was built. The house was built around this. In the 1904 World's Fair, they introduced this thing called bowling. It was a prototype for what you see now in these bowling alleys. And it was a long, long skee ball table. This was the original. It has all the balls. I think it's elm balls, mahogany, skee ball, or bowling alley, or vice versa. But the thing about these is that the Seeleys entertained a lot of dignitaries. Like Eisenhower at the time, Ike, remember him, he grew up in Abilene. Of course, you can go to Eisenhower Center. That's really awesome. There's his actual birth house, the house that they lived in. He had so many brothers. You should really research them. Actually, the Seeleys dated a couple of the Eisenhower boys, but according to the mom, Seeley mom, they were on the wrong side of the track, so she really didn't like the fact that her daughters, who were college educated, one was a concert pianist, they were, lowering their standards to date one of those Eisenhower fellas. But Ike used to deliver ice there, and he would go down the stairs to the basement and play with the bowling. So did Teddy Roosevelt. All these dignitaries, tons of people from the military bases close to Abilene. And so, anyway, this is an original. They saw it at the 1904 fair, and then they had it put in the basement, and then the house was built around this. They wanted an arcade. They actually had old-time pinball machines and such there, and an arcade. And the staircase comes down from the main dining area for the men just to come down to come to the arcade, pretty much. It's really cool. Now, another thing is they met this man named Tommy Edison at the 1904 fair. And Tommy did all of the lighting there. Before there was intended obsolescence, they intended for those light bulbs to have a lifetime of use. And so they said they got about 90 years out of one of those light bulbs. Of course, intended obsolescence, they realized they weren't going to be making a lot of money, so they changed that up. But those original light bulbs? Another thing is she had an iron. And the iron had to be screwed up into the light fixtures. So she told Tommy, I can't have this, Tommy. I can't keep getting up on a chair. I need some switches. We're kind of calling them hot pockets. So you would have, just like you screw that in, she had an iron that screwed in to a hot pocket, as they called it, but was a socket. Just like if you screw in a light bulb, so that she could iron. The whole place is so super cool. It's just ridiculous. He showed us this little buzzer that she had in the dining room, so if somebody needed something, she'd just buzz it with her foot. And just ridiculous. It's a sandstone 3-sink, wash sink down there. Beautiful baskets. They're wicker baskets are made they're woven so tight and so efficiently that they'll last forever, man. I'm really into baskets. Lots of crocks there and tons of like the 13 Mason jars, I guess 13 was the unlucky number, so all the moonshiners broke all of them. So if you have one, I think it's worth several $1,000s, and they have plenty of those there. We sat on this black leather. It was very interesting leather. It was made in the 1700s. And there was a chair and a settee there that were so well made and so sturdy, it was unbelievable. Mr. Seeley had over 500 salesmen, and he had over 150 remedies to offer. And one of the prerequisites from getting a job from him is if you had a wagon or you had 2 horses, because you had to, you had to be able to carry the stuff around. These individuals made very good money, and before the FDA decided to clamp down on snake oil salesmen, as they said, but he maintained a customer base for a very long time, at least 10 years, a decade, and he had over 150 options to choose from. So it wasn't like he was just making something up and selling it and getting money as fast as he could, but they came down on him just like they came down on everybody else. And that's all they wrote, she wrote. The sisters lived in the house their entire lives. And the man that owns it right now, he had about a decade of talking those sisters into allowing him to maybe purchase it. He lived with them for several years, and the last sister died in the 80s. He's been living there with the help of all sorts of volunteers. It's a beautiful place. It has a lily pond and lotus blossoms, tons of dragonflies. It's just a beautiful place, and it's very affordable at $10 for you to take about an hour and a half trip down memory lane with everything from days past. You should really go. It's called the Seeley Mansion. If you're into that kind of thing, as I'm talking, my hair is standing up because it's such an awesome place. It's the second time I've gone over the last, say, month maybe. I took Easton and Weston. They were so great. They didn't touch anything. They didn't make me feel like, oh my gosh, they're going to break something priceless. And they really enjoyed it very much. So I just thought I'd share with you guys. It was really fun. We're not going to go swimming today. It's way too humid. I'm sweating right now. We're going to go to the bounce park. So I'm really excited. Just got a call from my son. I thought they'd ditch me, and they didn't. So, do you see the angel halo here? Yes. Thank you for not ditching me, everybody. But probably Simon will be there. They don't like Simon. Simon likes me. I don't think so. It's too late in the day. Simon's dad drops him off and goes and works out, and then he comes back and gets him, so probably not going to. Drinks some coffee. Had a couple of glasses at the truck stop. Glasses, I guess cups. So I'm jacked because I'm getting ready to go bounce. My son had to work later. He's about an hour out. So I'll be looking at a little bit later bouncing, which is alright. Because it'll be cooler, hopefully. So, anyway. I hope that you all are staying healthy. I hope that your Friday is starting the weekend off in a very positive way. I hope that you're off this weekend, that you actually get to do something fun that you want to do. And then on Sunday, you get a chance to be with your higher power, whatever that may be, right? And, I guess, open our hearts, just for, even if you're going to be closed off all week long, because you have to be, right? Maybe your family members or people that you work with, or just you feel that way because of everything. But maybe Sunday. Maybe Sunday we can get out into nature and open up that heart-shaped box in our chests. Kind of let it breathe a little bit. You think so? All right. Well, I'm going to try to. Anyway, my backyard's pretty nice, actually. I'm very blessed to have such a nice backyard. And I have tons of culinary herbs. I have chickens next door. I'm thinking about maybe bartering for some of them eggs. I'm not eating them, but maybe some of the family members might enjoy them. I don't know. Yeah. I like eggs, man, seriously, as a protein source, but the way they smell, the yolk, and then you gotta cook, clean it later. Ugh, I just hate that smell, don't you? I don't know, maybe you don't, but I do. Okay, thumb it up if you like it, subscribe if you want to see future videos. Please get out there and spread those little pieces of peace. You knew I was gonna say that. They're little pieces of you. They really are important. And, I think they'll help to put out the little fires that have been set all around the world, whether on purpose or not. Keep loving your heart, everybody. And keep a clear vision. Remember, don't believe everything that you see online or on TV, what you hear. Okay? Remember what it was like? Well, they're probably not alive anymore, but it used to be the only time you would ever hear anything was on the radio. Y'all were sitting around and listening to whatever they wanted you to know. Remember that. because they kind of talked about that today. Before there was TV, before there was internet, before there was walkie-talkies, break 19, there was a radio. The frequencies. Gotta go. See y'all on down the road. Have a great weekend, y'all. Bye-bye.